What's up, Inland Empire? Jessica Q here, your host, and today we've got Nick Adcock from the Greater Riverside Chambers of Commerce. Hello, Nick. How are you doing?
Doing well, Jessica. And yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm really excited to have you here today. I'm actually a member of the Riverside Chamber, and you're the president.
Yeah. We're coming up on a year now. It's incredible.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know that you had some huge shoes to fill because Cindy was a president for 23 years. How was it coming in as a new president after Cindy?
You know, she's an incredible person and an incredible leader, and I got to work with her for about 13 years prior to that. So it was just great to be able to carry on everything that she was doing. Now I have a brand new appreciation for how long she was able to do it and the pace of the work. I'm really excited. We have a strong chamber. We have a great organization, great team, great members. So it's a lot of great work.
Yes, I love what you guys are doing. You guys are definitely like going above and beyond because there's tons of chambers. Every city's got one, right?
Yep.
And but it really comes down to who's running it and how great it's going to be for the members. And one of the things that I absolutely love that you guys have done and are doing is your tie-in with the SBDC. Do you want to tell our listeners a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So, at its core, a Chamber of Commerce works to serve the local business community. We advocate on their behalf. We help offer trainings and different things going on with them. We had an opportunity presented to us where we were able to partner with the Inland Empire Small Business Development Center to work on some common programming. And it needed a physical space where we could do it together. And we actually happen to have the available space on our second floor of our building. And so they were able to move their team in, move their offices in. They see their clients there, local small business owners that can use their support, use their resources. And it was great that you had two organizations, both the SBDC and the Chamber, in one common building where business people can get together and find out what they need in order to, reach new clients, bring on more people onto their teams and grow their businesses.
Yes. And so, I have my own business. So I have Envy Media Advertising Agency, and we are a member of the Chamber.
Yep.
And we also work with the SBDC for assistance because we are a local small business, and I love it. And when everything came together with you guys, I was just very ecstatic about it. I think that's just such a great opportunity. And I don't think a lot of people out there realize what's happening in your guys' building now. And so we need to let you know. That's why I brought you, I want people to know what's going on in Riverside. And, let's also talk about like issues in the region. So, I know that you guys are very involved with the community and, bringing resolutions. So let's touch on that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So, one of the best things about Riverside is we're one of the fastest growing areas in the country. We bring more people to the Riverside County. We bring about 30,000 new people to Riverside County every single year. So if you're from this area, that's like adding a city the size of Norco to Riverside County every single year. And Riverside is at the center of all of that. We are the county seat. We're the hub for legal activities, government activities. Everything that comes to our region has some connection to Riverside. And so what we strive to do at the Chamber of Commerce is work on the different issues that are impacted because of that growth. So when more people come to our region, they're traveling on our roads, they're perhaps going to our schools or buying into homes into our community. And we have to make sure that we have those kind of resources available. So we work on things like how we can make more affordable housing happen for more people that are coming here. We try to make sure that we have a job base that's going to be able to grow with that new population base. And then at the same time, it's investing in things like infrastructure, making sure that we have roads that are good quality and enough of them so that way people can get to the grocery store or to school or to their job or wherever it is, quickly, efficiently, and with minimal headaches. So, those are kind of the things that we work on that don't often get covered because, it's not a sexy thing to talk about roads, but it's a really critical and important thing.
Yeah, I think it's overlooked. And I'm sure some people are probably like, oh, well, the Chamber, like Chamber of Commerce, why are you guys worried about that? Why you tell everybody, why would you worry about,
Well, it's really based on this real simple idea that, at our core, we're all about commerce. So people need to be able to buy goods, sell goods, exchange services, pay for those services, and they need to be able to do so in a way that's building up their own lives or supporting the businesses that they patron. So it's really critical that we're able to help facilitate that. When somebody has a good job, they then spend that paycheck at the grocery store. They perhaps buy a car with it. They, save up to buy a house for it. They do all of these different things that then invest those dollars back into our economy. And then in turn, that pays, through our sales tax dollars and everything, that pays for, more police officers, more firefighters, better quality parks. So when you have a strong local economy that's supported by entities like a Chamber of Commerce, it tends to mean that other things in your community are really thriving as well.
That's right. And that's why I love the Greater Riverside Chambers of Commerce, definitely, because you guys definitely go above and beyond. And so I'm guessing you guys are, pretty involved with the city. So so you work with the city on these initiatives and
the city is a great partner to us. I mean, there are times when we're on the same page on things. We're working to bring new businesses to our city or helping to grow local businesses within our city. There are certain times where we're working on quality of life issues, like, again, the quality of our roads and those different types of things. There are certainly times when we're perhaps discussing an issue, and sometimes we're not in total alignment there. But that's also good too. That's part of a good democracy where you have a business community, a residential community. They're all engaging in this process with local government to develop policies that are going to be the benefit of all. So
for all.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so that's the fabric of our democracy.
Yes. Yes. And let's talk to somebody that might be listening that owns their own business but is not a member of the chamber.
Sure.
Why should they consider being a member?
Well, first off, I would say is they should certainly take advantage of all the great free resources out there. So you mentioned already the Small Business Development Center. I mean, that is a free service available to local businesses. They can come into our doors and take advantage of that service, and it really doesn't require any kind of membership with the chamber. So that's kind of an important thing. Businesses should take advantage of all of those resources too. If you want to be part of an organization like a chamber, it really kind of depends on what the business owner's interests and motivations are. So, for a lot of business owners, the first thing that they're looking to do is they're trying to build their clientele base.
Networking.
Networking.
Mm-hmm.
How can I reach more clients? How can I use the example, if I'm a plumber who needs an accountant or an accountant who needs a plumber, I might use an organization like a Chamber of Commerce to build those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's also about, is really just building relationships. I want to be able to find somebody that's as invested in the community as I am, somebody I can trust, that I will go to repeatedly for that kind of work, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
So there's that side of it. We have members that join us because maybe they need our assistance on something. Maybe they're working through a permit process and they need our advocacy or our guidance to help navigate, maybe through it's the city or the county or whatever, and we can engage and support them in that effort, and we provide that service to them. And then
I didn't realize that.
We do.
Now
Okay.
I'm going to reach out to you about
now
that.
You know.
So now I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
So if you have a permit or something that you're trying to figure out how to navigate, let us know.
I am so perfect.
Good. I'm glad I could help you out directly.
Yeah,
not just,
I know. I'm like, okay, see, I didn't even know that.
The other thing is that sometimes people join a Chamber of Commerce because they want to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves, right? They want to feel like they're a part of a community, part of a business community, that they can rely on peers, fellow business owners. And we provide that. We facilitate that. We bring people together to either just help solve each other's problems or to work on the issues of the day and how we can solve challenges. We work on issues like I've said before, affordable housing, but that also relates to questions like homelessness and the level of care that we're able to provide to members of our community. Talks about issues of crime and retail theft. Like how do we solve some of those challenges together in a way that's building people up and not and not just dropping the hammer on folks. Like how do we improve our economy and therefore improve our community? So there are members that just want to be part of that discussion, and they just want to feel part of that altruistic sense of being part of something.
Yeah, no, it's definitely that's another great way to a reason to join the chamber. Absolutely.
Sure.
Now, you brought up something, homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
We've just been seeing so much because our office is in downtown Riverside. And, we've been seeing a lot more, homeless people just, or the unhomed
Mm-hmm.
walking around,
Mm-hmm.
right? And, what do you feel like is actually before I finish asking this question, we're going to take a quick commercial break
Good.
and we will be right back.
Do you need help reaching more customers? At NB Media, we're a full-service advertising agency offering social media marketing, Hulu, Spotify, billboards, photo shoots, radio, TV, and websites. To see what else we offer, visit www.nb.media or call 951-777-1947.
And we are back. Thank you, guys. Thank you to our sponsor. So we are here with Nick, and we were just about to start talking about homelessness or the unhomed in just in Riverside in general.
Right.
Like what do you know if anything's being done to?
There are a lot of things being done. The challenge with individuals that are experiencing homelessness is there's no silver bullet solution. If we could just build more homes and put them in them, that would be a thing we could do, but we can't. Many of them are experiencing, whether it be mental health challenges, substance abuse challenges, economic challenges. So it's hard to sort of come up with one single all-encompassing solution. So you got to kind of piece it at a time into, okay, we can solve, we could work on things like mental health. So the county of Riverside is currently part of a pilot program called Care Courts, which is where individuals that are experiencing certain behavioral mental health challenges can use the Care Court system, or actually in some cases be compelled to use the Care Court system to receive treatment and services and things like that. So that's one avenue.
Okay.
There are other things we are doing, working with the city and others to build more affordable housing across the city. It's tough because you want a healthy balance of housing. You want market rate housing for working professionals and families,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, you also want some kind of affordable housing that services those that are
Don't
really
have
looking
that.
for that first roof over their head or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to be very thoughtful with the city in terms of where those housing opportunities might go, and bringing those housing opportunities online as quick as possible. I wish I had a silver bullet solution.
Yeah.
Communities all across California are facing it. Riverside is really no different than that.
Yeah.
But what we are trying to do is just think about long-term solutions rather than just, I'm going to take a homeless person, put them in a room. They're technically not homeless for a day or an evening, but it's not solving the bigger problem.
No. And like you said, it's like mental or, substance abuse. It's deeper. There's more to it. So yeah, it's not very easy to just come up with a solution, but
the challenge is that we know that there are just not nearly enough resources in our area, let alone across the state, to delve into this problem, really. So what we've got to try and do is make the most of the resources we have. And then in our case, in Riverside, our region has been historically underfunded in terms of state and federal dollars in those spaces. So we're trying to figure out how we can advocate with our elected leaders for more of those dollars into our region. Now, how do we really make sure that we are putting those taxpayers' dollars to the most use in the most effective ways?
Right. I agree. And, I'm going to ask you. So somebody told me this, and I don't always believe what everybody says. Okay.
Good call.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to actually ask you and see what, if there's any truth to the statement that I heard.
The pressure's on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So somebody told me the reason why Riverside has so much homeless, population currently is because we're the only city that allows the homeless to get free food without having to be from the area. Is this a true statement?
Well, that's tough because, I know that there are a lot of organizations that offer homeless services, and they're not exactly checking IDs. It's not exactly like they're saying, well, you're from, Corona, like we can't help you. They're not doing that. Most of these organizations are doing that just to do good, to serve others.
Yeah.
What's likely true is that when you have a city like Riverside where so much activity is happening here, again, like I said before, we're the hub for legal activity, we're the hub for political activity, we're the hub for a ton of different things business-wise, that attracts a lot of activity. It does just attract, perhaps to some degree, it attracts homeless. And so that's just a challenge we face, but that's a challenge that I think all large and growing cities are facing. Mm-hmm. The more we bring people together, the more we're going to have some of these challenges. So, Riverside County is a big city, or I'm sorry, not
Big
Riverside County is a big county.
Mhm.
A
But Riverside is a big city.
Riverside is a big city. Yes, both are big.
Yeah.
The it's easy to say that, well, all the problems are here because we're the biggest city in Riverside County, but it's not necessarily true. There are homeless in other communities, and other communities are working on those solutions. We just happen to be, I think, because we're the hub of so much, that there is a lot of resources here, but there are also challenges here, and that's just being very real.
Yeah. Yeah. That's and that's every city. But okay. So I had to ask because somebody
No,
told
sure.
me that, and I.
We should have these kind of conversations. We should be honest about them, and we should say, yeah, we do this really well. We struggle in this other area, and
Yeah.
and be really upfront about it. But the important thing is you've got a whole community that's trying to solve big problems, trying to solve problems like homelessness, like housing, like economic development and job growth. Like we're all working together on these things. We're not just leaving it to somebody else to fix.
Yeah. We're all coming together to actually try to make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Now, let's talk about some chamber events. Do you have any events you want to plug? Maybe invite some
Sure.
potential members.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. So we do a lot of different programs. The Chamber of Commerce, for our members, we have typically over 270 programs a year. And I work at the
Wow.
chamber, and I can't go to all of them. So I
That's
always
a
tell
lot.
people
That's almost, pretty close to almost one every
almost one a day.
Like one almost, yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So I can't even make them all, and we do a ton. We have some big programs coming up. Actually, on September 16th,
Okay.
a unique opportunity. It's a volunteer opportunity for those that want to serve in the Military Appreciation Picnic. It's a picnic that we host at March Air Reserve Base, where we offer a picnic to about 5,000 men and women of March Air Reserve Base and their families. It's a barbecue picnic to them, and we serve them, and it's an opportunity for us to share our gratitude for everything they do to protect our country. So that's a really great opportunity. Anybody can be part of it. You just have to sign up in advance, and you can contact the chamber for more details on that. Because we just have to make sure that you pass the security clearance and all
I
that.
think, you know what? That's
Are
so
you signed
funny. So actually, I went to sign up, but it asked for my social security, and then I just kind of got like a little sketch.
And that's fair. And trust me.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah. So the easiest way, if you are concerned about that, we do have to ask for that information because you're going through military clearance in order to get access to the base. So,
That's right.
But it's important for you to know that's a very tightly controlled system. It's
Okay.
And
so it's safe. So I'll go back and I'll finish my.
And even for those that are still concerned, if you are that concerned, we have alternative means for you to share your personal information, so that way you know exactly who has access to it. It's the people that are doing the clearances. So we do offer that as well for those that may be concerned.
Okay, perfect. See, I'm glad I brought it up because if somebody went on there and they were like,
right,
so you heard that. It's safe. It's
good.
fine.
Yeah, good.
So
those of you out there, it's safe. Trust me, I will make sure that we do not let your personal information go where it shouldn't be. So that's a big thing that's coming up in September. We do a whole host of other events. Probably the next big one to really share is that the Chamber of Commerce works in partnership with the City of Riverside and the Mission Inn Hotel and Spa on the Festival of Lights.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's coming up.
Right, it is. And it's got a new date. So now it's November 18th. That's a Saturday.
Oh, so it's before Thanksgiving.
It is now before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
yeah, so
that's actually big news.
Yes, it's big news. It's huge. It was the very simple idea is that we know that students are getting out of school earlier. And so we thought, well, we should start the festivities earlier, give families an opportunity to come down and enjoy the lights,
before the holiday, before Thanksgiving holiday.
A few extra days. Yeah. So we're back. I mean, we were kind of not doing everything the way we wanted to because of COVID, but we came back last year, had thousands of people in downtown Riverside. It was great.
Yeah.
And we're doing it again this year. I promise you, there will be lights, there will be music, there will be
anything new, anything like new and exciting.
Well, I wish I could say.
Oh,
there are going to be some things
new at the Festival of Lights.
There are going to be some things that are coming back that we weren't able to do in the last couple of years.
Okay.
There are some exciting things that are coming back, but we're very focused on this ought to be a great experience for families. So, having things where whether it be individuals, couples, families can do a lot, come down to downtown, feel safe, visit our local restaurants, have activities for the kids to do. There's a lot of fun stuff happening. So, and of course, it kicks off the holiday season, which is
It
amazing.
really does.
Yep.
We've really turned the Festival of Lights into like the beginning of the holiday season.
Truly is.
And I love that. I'm a Riverside resident, and I just love that we do that. And it's something that everybody comes to. Like, I mean, not just the Inland Empire. You've got people coming from LA coming out to, experience the Festival of Lights. And
Right.
I'm just, it's so amazing.
Yeah, and we have TV stations that come and see. I mean, this is it's a great opportunity to showcase the best of Riverside, and that's what we're super excited about.
I love it. So, Nick, real quick, before we sign off, any last words to our audience? And then also, I want to make sure that we touch base on some of your socials so we can get people to follow and connect with you.
I think the important thing is to say we're here to serve our community. We're here to serve our local businesses. We, of course, would welcome businesses to join the chamber, but at the same time, just come and check us out, figure out what we're doing, how we can potentially help them. We're open to those conversations, but
I want to mention the Good Morning Riverside. That's a really great opportunity to go to one of their events. It's in the morning at the Mission Inn.
Correct.
Once a month, right? On a Thursday.
Second Thursday of each month.
There you go. And then you can go there. You can check out the ambiance, just the speakers that you guys have are really great. And then, and networking too. I love it. Okay. I had to plug it. I love that.
Oh, great. Please do. Please do. So that's great. We're here to help the community. We're here to serve. And we're all about how we can create more jobs, help businesses grow, and improve our quality of life. That's what our mission is.
Wait, hold on.
Awesome.
Yes, I got it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Nick. And thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully this episode really, brought a lot of great information and resources for you. If you are a business in Riverside, I highly recommend looking into the Greater Riverside Chambers of Commerce. I'm Jessica Q. I'll see you guys next week.